Hi, and welcome to the next edition of my podcast on Me Ead, where I talk about legends from football who had, or had dementia, as I celebrate their lives and raise awareness about the condition. Billy McNeill stands as one of the most iconic figures in the history of Scottish football, whose journey from a young boy growing up in Hill to becoming the legendary captain of Celtic Football Club is one of resilience, leadership and triumph. Known as Caesar for his commanding presence, both on and off the pitch, McNeill's life embodies the spirit of dedication and humility that has inspired generations of football fans. Billy McNeill was born on March 2nd, 1940 in Hill, a small Scottish mining town with a rich footballing heritage. The town was home to several greats, including Sir Matt Busby, the legendary Manchester United manager, Hughie Gallagher, one of the most prolific strikers of his era, Jock Stein, the visionary Celtic manager, and Ali McCoist, Rangers' charismatic striker. Growing up amid such football lineage, McNeill was destined for greatness. In post-war Scotland, life was tough, but football offered an escape. Billy's early passion for sport was clear, as he honed his skills on the streets of Hill and later at Blantyre, Victoria, a renowned junior football club. His talent soon caught the attention of Celtic, and at the age of 17, he signed with a club that would forever define his career. Billy made his first team debut for Celtic in 1958. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches, he quickly became a formidable presence as a central defender. His composure, leadership and ability to read the game set him apart. By 1963, Billy had been appointed team captain, a role he embraced with dignity and determination. Under his captaincy, Celtic achieved historic feats. The pinnacle of his career came in 1967 when Celtic defeated Inter Milan 2-1 to become the first British team to win the European Cup. Dubbed the Lisbon Lions, the team achieved legendary status. McNeill's image holding the European Cup aloft remains one of the most iconic moments in football history. Amazingly, all but 2 members of the 15-man squad were born within 10 miles of Celtic Park in Glasgow. Bobby Lennox was born 30 miles away in Saltcoats, and Tommy Gemmell was born in Motherwell 11 miles away. Celtic style was the antithesis of the cynical but highly effective defensive style of Inter Milan. Jimmy Johnson described the team style as like the Dutch speeded up. McNeill's leadership was instrumental in Celtic dominance during the 1960s and 70s. The team secured an incredible 9 consecutive Scottish League titles, solidifying their place in football folklore. Billy McNeill was more than a player. He was the beating heart of Celtic, inspiring Celtic teammates and fans alike with his unwavering commitment and sportsmanship. One fun fact, Billy's nickname Caesar, but this didn't come from Roman connections, rather from a movie. In the original Open's 11, the actor Cesar Romario drove away the getaway car, and Billy was one of the few members of the Celtic team at that time who had a car and a nickname stuck. Despite the fierce rivalry between Celtic and Rangers, there was a deep-rooted respect for Billy McNeill from the blue side of Glasgow, and he built up a friendship with former Rangers captain and legend John Greig. Off the pitch, Billy was a devoted family man. He married Liz, his childhood sweetheart, in the early 1960s, and together they raised 5 children. Known for his humility, Billy never let his fame affect his grounded nature. To his family, he was a loving husband and father, always willing to put them first, despite the demands of his career. The strength of Billy's bond with his family became even more evident in his later years, as they stood by his side through life's toughest challenges. Following his retirement as a player in 1975, Billy transitioned into management. He took charge of several teams, including Manchester City and Aston Villa, but his most celebrated managerial role was at Celtic. Returning as manager, Billy led the club to 4 Scottish League titles and continued to embody Celtic's value of hard work, resilience and unity. In his later years, Billy McNeill faced one of his greatest challenges, a battle with dementia. This cruel disease was a devastating man, turned from a man who had once been a beacon of mental sharpness and leadership. His wife Liz became his primary caregiver, supporting him with unwavering love and dedication. The McNeill family publicly shared their journey to raise awareness about dementia and its potential links to head injuries in football. Their advocacy brought much needed attention to the issue, sparking discussions about player safety and the long-term impact of the sport. Billy McNeill's legacy transcends his accomplishments on the football pitch. As Celtic's captain, he was a symbol of unity and inspiration. As a manager, he continued to lead with integrity, and as an advocate for dementia awareness, his family ensured that his struggles contributed to a greater cause. Billy McNeill will be forever remembered as more than just a player or a manager. He was and remains the ultimate Celtic legend. Recent discussions around dementia in football have highlighted the risk associated with repeated head injuries, particularly from heading the ball. Former players like John Hughes have expressed fears about developing dementia, emphasising the need for better education and awareness in the sport. Studies have shown that ex-footballers are significantly more likely to develop neurodegenerative conditions compared to the general population. Several organisations are working to address this issue. The Alzheimer's Society, through its Sport United Against Dementia campaign, collaborates with football clubs to provide support and raise awareness. An initiative like the NUFC Memory Cafe by Newcastle United Football Club offer a space for fans and locals affected by dementia to connect and find support. Additionally, Football Against Dementia focuses on practical support and community engagement to help those impacted. These efforts aim to reduce stigma, and improve the quality of life for individuals and families dealing with dementia. Thank you for listening on this episode of On Me Ead Son. If you wish to contact me, please do at katiespride3@gmail.com. I will put the address in the description of the podcast. Take care, Katie.